Welcome to episode 6 of this Project 90 experience. My last episode was not where I am right now, unfortunately. My last episode was in Akumal, which was an incredible experience for me. It turned into a solo experience, which I've now taken a couple of solo trips. Actually, I've taken 4, I think. And this one was, every one of them is so unique, and they're always an opportunity to learn more about myself, or an opportunity to just meet so many people when you're traveling solo, if you choose. Some people just maybe don't want that, but for me, it's just an incredible opportunity to meet people and to really do exactly what I want to do every day. In Akumal, I was playing pickleball in the morning. I was snorkeling. I was having a great lunch. I would come back and I would write, and I would be on the hammock on the balcony, and I was just like, oh, it just was such perfection. And then spend time with new friends in the evenings and be in bed early, and it just felt good. The whole experience felt so good for me. And so, here I am, and I feel like I've created a life that feels good everywhere, and that makes me happy. To be back here in Louisiana, where I take care of my mom, and there's purpose in that, and this time is really important in both of our lives. So that has its own sort of importancy, if that's a word. But really, I wanted to talk about today, I'm doing this because I wanted to become a better pickleball player. Obviously, so many other things are coming up for me during this 90 days. And, one, I just want to say that, choosing 90 days, 90 days is life. Like a week, you do something for a week, feel really good, and then you come off of it and you got whatever you got out of it, not knocking that. But 90 days, it's the grind of life, and there have been chunks of time when I've been just knocking everything out of the park, and my nutrition was on par, and my just taking all my supplements and drinking all my water, and exercising and doing weights, and knocking out my 3 things every day. And I mean, just like boom, 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 drilling, playing a lot of pickleball, writing, and here I am on, I think I'm on day 63. And it's been rough. It's been rough the last couple of weeks because, first of all, I was on vacation. And second of all, just so many shifts and changes. And so it's like, I feel like this is important to talk about, because anytime you're trying to do something in life, you have a project, you have, for me, it's like, okay, yes, I want to become a better pickleball player, but I really want to complete this. That was Rufus. I really want to complete this book that I'm writing. And it's hard to be your own sort of engine and, just stay committed to the process of writing for me. And not gonna lie, this week, there was just a couple of days where I just wasn't even connected to it. There were just moments where I would try to write and I just didn't even feel connected to the book. And I also knew that I wasn't doing everything that I committed to consistently, like the importance of waking up and having my meditation and my journaling and then going to yoga class, like that is just the best foundation for me in terms of giving myself the space and the platform and the just groundedness to accomplish whatever I want in a day. And it's like, if I don't do that, I kind of feel like I'm in this run-on sentence of just continuing things throughout, every day. And so today I thought, I'm just going to sort of reset and I'm going to recommit and I'm going to do all the things I said that I need to do for me to set myself up for success. And so it's just amazing, 4 hours into the day, I already feel so different. And giving myself the space to get reacquainted with my writing and write on the parts that spark me right now. And so I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna make my episode video right now, because it's so much easier to talk about things when they're going well. It's so much easier to talk about wins, looking back. But when you're in the messy middle, and I've talked about the messy middle before, I don't know, for me, it's always been hard to make a video about it, or to really capture this sort of abstractness of it. And so, today I find myself lifted a bit because I've recommitted to the things that I know are foundational to put me in the space to be able to write my book. It's just like today I was having the thought about when I go and play pickleball, and the days or the moments when I actually give myself the warm-up, really spending time preparing myself for the games, rather than just kind of like get in and sort of jump in and just, oh yeah, it's fine, and hit a little bit and then just go. It's like I set myself up to fail. I set myself up to be frustrated the first game because I'm not warmed up. And warming up is so important. It's foundational. And so, at this part of this Project 90, I really want to really step back into the foundational pieces that make me stronger, that make me more consistent. It's not the pretty stuff. Sometimes it feels mundane. It feels like doing things when you don't feel like doing it. But it's the very thing that fuels everything. So convinced of that. And I've seen the evidence in this 90 days that when I committed every day to doing the pieces that sort of build me and everybody, and I think this is also important, like Project 90, it was for me to figure out what works for me to uncover my best self. And I think that's different for everyone. And it's taking a level of honesty with myself too, to really see and acknowledge what's working and acknowledge what's not working. And, and I love doing all of this through the lens of playing pickleball, this game that has just, boy, it just challenges every part of me, because I want to be better, and I just love all the aspects of it. And just so often I think I'm getting better and I just kind of get knocked on my butt, so to speak. And I keep coming back and I keep trying harder, and then I fall again, and then I come back and I try harder and I look at differently and I learn a new shot, and I I'm really realizing that the culmination of all of this that I'm doing is working. And I think the part of me that wants to dismiss myself or make myself wrong for, not doing it perfectly, or falling off, getting back up, falling off, getting back up, falling off, getting back up. It's kind of amazing how, like, I just want to dismiss myself in that. And I'm just really grateful that I've set this whole thing up for me, to show up and show back up and fall and get back up again and again. And it's for me, and it's this is my way, and it's kind of messy sometimes, and it's fun other times, and it's a lot of things. But it's me doing what works best for me. And for someone who, when I first got on that court, I was just really looking for approval and really needing other people to validate me. And obviously, it's not just on a pickleball court. Obviously, that showed up in my life and has throughout my life. And as many times as I think I've overcome it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do what I need to do for me, that there's something else that flares up, and that there's another way in which I'm either making myself small or afraid to show up fully as myself. And so this pickleball game, is really like brought out so many aspects of how I show up in my life. And it's given me so many opportunities to come up against the parts of me that, that shrink in the face of getting to the next level of something, or when I get timid, I meet this like timid version of me sometimes on the court, and I'm like, what is that? No, go up to get to the kitchen and be in your power. And sometimes I don't feel that. Sometimes I'm just stuck. And so, it's messy, it's beautiful, it's mine. It's my journey. And I'm doing all of this because, gosh, if there's any shred of anything, any moment or morsel of something that helps anybody face their own fear, or go after the thing that maybe they never thought they could have. I mean, I know some people it might seem sort of trivial that it's really all based in pickleball, but it is what pickleball is revealing to me about me. That's what's so important on this whole journey, and me being able to write about it and be raw and honest of, this time in my life. I'm 52 and coming back to Louisiana after living in California for many years, and I could have never written this 10 years ago, 5 years ago. I would have never known this is where I would be in my life. And so to create something really great out of it, it feels good and it feels purposeful. And I just keep stepping into this sort of foundational piece of how do I keep moving forward. And it's like, keep creating the foundation that builds the strongest version of myself. And so that's what I'm going to focus on. And, I keep playing, and I keep striving to be more present, to be more focused, to be patient. Because the execution of the shots, it's like I feel like I've got so many tools in my toolbox. It's just getting this out of the way so I can just be free to play. And making that connection just feels really awesome when I make it. And so, you know, I'm appreciative for whoever's following along on this journey. And I hope that you're able to make connections for yourself so that, you know, you can live a life that just lights you up as well. So I'm just going to ponder some more on this foundational piece. And really this week, it's like I want to focus on the place in me that shies away. You know, like when I'm playing, I notice that sometimes, I mean, it's about agility for me. I want to get to the ball. I want to get the crazy shot that's like way seemingly impossible to get. Like I want to get that, and I want to do something with that shot that helps me and my partner, doesn't set me up for, you know, a put away, but to be strategic in that. And then I want to stay in it. Something happens. It's like I go for the hard shot and maybe I get the next one, and then the easy shot I miss. It's like I blank out, or I just kind of sit back on my, like, oh, I got this great thing, and then I just shrink, or I lose steam. And I want to uncover more of what that is. Like, how do I stay in it all the way through? So I'm going to keep working on my foundational stuff, and I'm going to keep investigating this piece, and I will report back. I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll see you next time.